Okay, so, hello. So, this is going to be a quick stream where me and my partner Tatum are going to, well, really, Tatum is going to nickname all of my Pokemon for my next draft league, which is the Chungus Premier League Season 4. So, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to go through on this PowerPoint and talk through each guy. And I'll explain why I drafted them just for a minute, and then Tatum will give me the nickname that I will be using for the whole season. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So number 1, I had the first draft pick. So I had the first pick of the whole season. Pretty big deal. And I got this guy, Iron Valiant. He's really strong, and he gets a lot of moves. Well, he's strong. He's strong because he can be strong physically or specially, because in this mode there's 2 types of attacks.
Okay.
So he's strong both ways, which is really good. And he gets a lot of other really good moves too. So he's just, in general, a strong guy, which is why he was my first pick.
Why are you giggling?
Because my friend in the chat said, Iron Valiant, good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so what should the nickname for my Iron Valiant be?
Big skirt.
Big skirt. Big skirt.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, because his skirt.
Yeah, he does have a big skirt. Okay, very good, very good. And, oh, he's from the future also. Also, the only thing I should say is the nicknames have to be 18 characters or less, so no super long names. So Big Skirt is in the books. Big Skirt fire emoji, indeed. Okay, for my second pick, I have gone with Ting Lu.
Oh, Ting Lu.
Ting Lu, yeah, he's a big moose.
Whoa.
A very big moose. He's like 8 feet tall, and he's very defensive. He's very bulky, and he can set up rocks and spikes on the other side of the team. And he's pretty strong. He's a ground type. He's also a part dark type. So he's pretty good. I really like him. He's one of my favorite guys. So what will the nickname?
Call that Ting Moose.
Ting Moose. Okay, so like Ting
Ting dash
Moose.
Yeah.
Ting Moose is in the house.
Ting
Okay.
Moose.
Okay. So far we have Big Skirt and Ting Moose. Goodbye, Ting Loser. Ting Moose is my new best friend. And thank you for the sub, Danny. Okay, now we go on to number 3, who I think you will like a lot. This is Primarina. She's like she's a water fairy. She's kind of like a mermaid.
That's a poodle.
Yeah, she is kind of like a poodle. But she's also a mermaid. And she's a water type, like I said, and part fairy. And I got her because she can flip turn. She can flip turn out of the stage and send someone else in, which I like. She's also really defensive. She can use Moonblast, which I like. She's just like, and she's a singer. That's like her thing. She uses moves like Hyper Voice and Psychic Noise. So yeah, that's her bit. So what will the nickname for Primarina be?
Call her Pearl Girl.
Pearl Girl.
Yeah, Pearl. Yeah.
Like Pearl Jam, but
Yeah,
Pearl Girl.
No, because the pearls.
Oh, because she has pearls. Okay, she's a siren, we've recently learned.
She's a poodle.
She's a poodle. So the folks are claiming she's a poodle. So she is a poodle. Okay, shall we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Weevil.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, you know
Weavile.
Weevil, yeah. And she's really strong and really fast. She can use a move Triple Axle, where she uses 3 ice type attacks at once. So that's kind of why I got her. She's also one of my, her pre-evolved form Sneasel is like one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So I really like her too. But she kind of fit what I needed because she's, like I said, she's fast. She's an ice type. And yeah, she's kind of fragile. She kind of dies fast. But she's pretty good otherwise. So what will the nickname for Weavile be? Do you need more time?
Call her the Claw.
The Claw. I don't know if I like that.
Do you want to change?
Well, do you have any other ideas?
No, that's my only idea, because look at her claws.
Okay, the Claw. Very well.
You could change it.
That's okay. I'm going with what you want. All right. Number 5 is Glamora. So this picture doesn't really do her justice, but she's kind of like a rock squid who's part poisonous. She is like kind of like a meteor almost. And when she gets hit, she spits up toxic spikes across the field. And she's very shiny. She's like a polished crystal rock kind of. So that's kind of her vibe. The reason I got her is because she can remove hazards from the stage, and I needed someone who was able to do that, and she was like a good choice for what I had.
That's like, call that Blueberry Orbit.
Blueberry Orbit?
Is that too many characters?
Wait, that might be too many
Blueberry?
characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's pretty good,
All
right?
right.
Blueberry?
Blueberry Orbit.
That's
All right.
speaks to it.
That's a good one. Okay, very good. All right, you're gonna know the next one. Next one is Moltres. Moltres is a fire bird who I needed a flying type, and I really needed a fire type. So I grabbed Moltres. The best part about Moltres, in my opinion, is that she can heal when she uses the move Roost. So if she's almost dead, she can heal up.
Can you use emojis?
I don't know if I can use emojis on Showdown. My gut says no. But she also has the ability Flame Body. So when someone hits her, they might get burnt, and that's like really important. So that's why I got Moltres. So do you have a nickname for the bird?
That's like Scorchbird.
Scorchbird?
But I want to do it as bird with a fire emoji as the eye.
I don't think you can use bird with the fire emoji. Oh, so B fire emoji RD. Okay. I don't think that's possible. So we'll go with Scorch.
Scorchbird.
Scorchbird.
One word.
One word, like
yeah,
that?
Scorchbird.
Scorchbird. Okay, very good. Rosie will like that name. Rosie's someone in our league who drafted only birds.
Oh.
Okay. Next up is number 7, Cyclozar. So he's like...
Confused turtle.
Yeah.
He's like, where's my shell?
So he's actually supposed to be a lizard who is also like a motorcycle. So he kind of has this like throat thing that's like his wheel. When he like crouches down, he like can ride on that wheel thing. So some people ride him around like a motorbike.
Oh, I got that on the app.
Yeah, you got that one on the game. We could name him Confused Turtle, but
That's a lot of characters.
I just wanted to give you the lore before we went through with that nickname. He is really good at he's like fast and kind of good at like U-turning out and healing himself. And
no, you call him Swampy.
Swampy.
Yeah.
I like that one. Swampy.
Yeah, Swampy.
Swampy it is. Cyclozar has been named Swampy. Alright. I think you're really gonna like the next guy, okay? The next guy, I really needed an electric type on this team because electric is like really important to have in this format. And so I was gonna get this guy Thunderous, who's a genie who spits thunderbolts, but Zethor, who's in the chat, nabbed him first. So instead, I grabbed Bellybolt.
That's what, like a penguin?
He's
a
kind
frog?
of, I don't know if he's a penguin or a frog, but he's kind of chubby and he's a little tanky. And so he has an ability when someone hits him, this like orb in his center gets like charged up and he's able to use like really strong electric attacks. And so that's kind of his thing. And I also got him because he's good at setting up rain dance. He can set up the rain.
Rain dance?
Yeah, he can use a rain dance, and he
Whoa.
sets up rain, and that's kind of important for my team.
Okay, that's interesting. That
Yeah.
should be what the name is like.
Okay. But yeah, he's actually one of my Terra captains, so he can terrestrialize, which means he can change his type. Yeah, which is helpful. So he is an electric type, but he could change to like a poison type.
What if you call him Raisin?
Raisin?
Yeah, because it's kind of like the rain, but he also looks like a raisin.
Raisin.
That's good, right?
Raisin is good. I like Raisin. Okay, so Raisin is set in stone.
He's like raising the weather.
he's raising the weather. I'll say that when I use rain dance. All right, I like that. That was a good one. Okay, now the reason I wanted someone who could set up rain dance is because my next guy has an ability where he can double his speed if he's in the rain, so he can get super fast in the rain.
So this makes the rain, and then this.
And then my next guy. Oh my god, I forgot to change the name. Bascu Legion, not Beascu Legion.
That's why
Bascu
is there
Legion.
two?
So there's two. That's a great question. So there's two because one is the male and one is the female. And most Pokemon, like the male and the female, don't look different. But for Bascu Legion, the male and the female look different and also have different powers. So I think
So that's how do you get two?
I drafted Bascu Legion so I can use either form when I feel like it. So one of them has a stronger special attack and the other one has a stronger attack. One of them is stronger at like crashing into you and the other one is stronger at like shooting water at you. You know what I mean? So, and they're part ghost. So they're half ghost, half water fish.
Oh, spook fish.
Yeah, they're spooky fish indeed. And they're technically from the past, like from like thousands of years ago.
Okay.
So that's some of the lore on Bascu Legion.
Bascu Legion.
Yeah.
That's like a type of fish.
Well, he evolves from Basculin.
So how come you don't have to have that?
What do you mean?
Like, how come you don't have to evolve them?
So in the mode we play, so for context, you only play the card game where you have to start with each form, right? So in the mode we play, we can just draft them in their like final form, and that's the form we use. Because in the version we play, you can't evolve in like the middle of a battle. So the guy you bring is like the guy you have for the whole battle, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I had Sneasel instead of Weavile, I couldn't evolve it into Weavile in the middle of the match. I just have Sneasel the whole time. Does that make sense? But that's the story there.
Well, this is some type of fish.
Indeed. A ghostly fish.
Yeah, a ghostly fish. Like an ancient fish. It's like an elder fish.
Elder fish, yeah. Should we name it Grandpa?
Yeah, okay.
You want to go with Grandpa? What about Grand Fish?
Well, yeah, it should be gender neutral because you could use either.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So it should be like fish parent.
Fish parent.
Elderly fish.
So
Two old fish. Wait, can you call it two old fish like this?
Two old fish. Yeah, I can do that.
That's
Okay.
funny because that also looks like goldfish.
Oh, very good. Yeah, two old fish, goldfish. Okay, I like that one. That's a good one. All right, we're down to like the final few here. I think we have two left. Okay, so next I didn't have a grass type, and I wanted Ogrepawn, who's like a little ogre grass, but it was taken.
Ogre grass?
Yeah, it's a grass ogre. It's a little grass ogre, ogre grass ogre, whatever. Anyway, I wanted Ogrepawn, but Ogrepawn was taken by Ace, who's in the chat. So I had to get somebody else. But luckily, Ogrepawn has multiple forms that all are on the board. So I got Ogrepawn Heartflame.
Whoa.
So this is Ogre.
He wears flip-flops. Look at his little toes.
Well, they're leaves that grow out of his feet. So this is Ogrepawn after she puts on a fire mask and she becomes half grass, half fire. So usually she's just grass, but in this form she has fire powers too.
Okay.
And she's like really strong and she's pretty fast. She can do a little bit of everything. So she's just like a good all-rounder, which is why she was a great choice to draft. I was surprised she was still on the board as late as she was, because as you can see, she is my second to last person that I drafted, because this is the order that I picked them in.
So there's only one more after this.
There's only one more after this, yeah.
So I don't understand, what if you have this whole team planned in your head and then someone else picks the one you drafted and then your team doesn't make sense anymore?
Well, that's kind of what happened to me with Raisin here, with Bellybolt, because I wanted Thundurus, who's an electric genie, but Zethor sniped him from me. So in draft, you kind of always have to have a backup plan. So I said to myself, okay, so Thundurus is gone, but I still need an electric type. and I still need someone who can set up the rain. So I looked at all the electric types left on the board, and I said, who can still do that? And the answer was Bellybolt.
Raisin.
Yeah, Raisin. And actually, I'm happy that I got Bellybolt because he's a little bulkier, he's a little tanky, and that's kind of what I needed anyway. So sometimes it actually works out in your favor, you know? And then there's other times, like with Glamora, I knew I wanted a poison type, but I didn't know which one I wanted. So when it came time to get one, I just saw that this one was still available, and it was kind of the highest one left on the board. So I just grabbed the Blueberry Orbit.
Blueberry Orbit sounds like an ice cream flavor.
It does. But anyway,
Okay.
And as you run out of points, you kind of just grab what's left on the board. And so I was kind of just left in this moment where Ogerpon Hearthflame was still there, and I had enough points for it. So that's how I ended up with her. But all that said, what shall her nickname be?
There's a lot of components to this.
Yeah, there are. It's a lot of thinking. A lot
I
of
love
planning.
its flip-flops.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What's the next one?
You want to skip Ogerpon for now?
Yeah, we'll go back.
All right, so the last one is, so this is a case where I only had 1 point left. So I'd spent all my points, but you might as well just get a 1 point guy, even though they're typically really weak. So for context, Ogerpon was 10 points. So I said, okay, who can I spend my 1 point on? And I chose Trapinch.
That is a confused turtle. Right?
Well, he's actually like a bug, but he's like...
Don't they say how much they weigh?
Yeah.
How much does that weigh?
Let's look up how much Trapinch weighs. He's kind of big. And I'll show you some more pictures of him quick. Trapinch weight. Trapinch weighs 33 pounds.
What?
Yeah, he's a heavy bug. And see, that's kind of what he looks like. So he's actually...
That's like a little dinosaur.
Yeah, so he's the baby form of this guy, Flygon. And so he evolves into this eventually. But with only 1 point left, I could only get Trapinch. And he has a special ability where he can actually trap people on the board, like they can't like escape, you know? And so he's kind of like not that strong, but he could potentially get like 1 or 2 kills by just like keeping people stuck on the board, you know what I mean? So that's why I got him. And also he's one of my favorites, so I had to grab him. So do you have a nickname for Trapinch in mind?
Maybe like Sam.
Sam? That's great. Sam.
Sam.
Okay. Very good, very good. So now, last but certainly not least, we still need to nickname
Yes.
Ogerpon Hearthflame.
Ogerpon Hearthflame is like...
Oh yeah, Zepter's name is Sam. So
Oh, cool.
you named him after someone in the league.
Great. Okay, I feel bad giving Ogerpon Hearthflame a nickname because that's such an esteemed name.
I mean, we could go no nickname for Ogerpon.
No, he might feel left out.
Yeah, she actually all Ogerpons are girls. Good to know. Don't misgender.
Okay, well. I don't know. This one stumps me. It does because you don't even know who's under the mask.
You want to see who's under the mask?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll show you her. I'll show you base Ogerpon on my phone. Maybe that will help you have a... Don't do Shrek, by the way. So many people nickname their Ogerpon Shrek, and I do not like that. I do not approve. This is her without the mask. You can see.
Wait, I have something that looks like that.
Maybe. I don't think she's in the card game yet.
I love the leaves between her toes.
Maybe we should use that. We could nickname her Flip Flop. Flip Flop?
Mm-hmm.
Flip Flop it is.
Okay.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. And that is my whole squad.
The moose is huge. Are these, like...
To scale?
Yeah.
I tried my best, but I didn't.
I was gonna say biblically accurate.
I don't know if these are I tried a little bit to make them to scale. I think Basque Legion is a little bigger in reality. And
That's just like a woman.
that's the avatar I use on Pokemon
she's you.
Showdown. Yeah, the Jasmine represents me.
Okay, I love how she has little antlers like the moose.
Yeah, she's a big Ting Lu supporter in that, Dean. Okay. And that is my squad, the Pippigons. So now I will be playing matches each week with the let's go through the nicknames one more time. The illustrious Big Skirt,
Big Skirt,
Tang Moose, Pearl Girl,
Pearl Girl,
The Claw, Blueberry Orbit, Scorchbird, Swampy. I like Swampy.
I'm choking on my boba.
Raisin,
Raisin,
Goldfish, Two Old Fish, Two Old
That's
Fish.
like a really good one.
That is a good one. Flip Flop, and of course, Sam. Okay, well, thank you for joining us, Tatum.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you can be done now. Bye. Thank you for helping. All right.